Are you aware that that particular property you have bought with your hard-earned money, and you have bought the property, you have processed your statutory title documents to, and gotten your C of O. The government can just wake up one day and decide to demolish that property. The government can decide to revoke the title and completely demolish the property. Now, this is a very sad one, but it's unfortunate that a lot of people have been faced with this sad reality, and probably because of their ignorance of what we call ground rent in Nigeria. So, in today's topic, we are going to discuss the regulations on ground rent here in Nigeria. My name is Alex Iwambe. I'm a real estate investor and broker right here in the city of Abuja. So what we do here on this channel is we have detailed conversations about everything concerning real estate. So whether you are in diaspora or you are back here in Nigeria and you want to invest in real estate, this is your go-to channel. So all you need to do is to subscribe to this channel and equally turn on the notification bell so that each time we drop a valuable video like this, you get notified. According to the Land Use Act of 1978, all lands belongs to the government, and the federal government has vested the authority of these lands to the various state governments we have in Nigeria. So technically, you and I are living in Nigeria as tenants to the state government, to the government. So as a virtue of that, we are supposed to be remitting our rent to the government's account, which in this case we call it the ground rent. But it's unfortunate that some people are aware of this while some are not even aware of it. Some people have bought properties, they have processed their documents, and they have just gone to bed forgetting that they are supposed to be paying a stipend of money to the government's account in form of ground rent. Now, this has led to the government getting them fined, them paying penalties, or even the government going ahead to even revoke the title documents that was issued to them on those properties. So it is quite unfortunate that a lot of people, especially within the context of Abuja, where infrastructure is moving at a very fast pace, the government pays detailed attention to this. And the majority of the reasons why you hear property demolitions here in Abuja, part of the reason is because of those property owners, they have failed to pay their ground rent over the years. So the government can decide to revoke those titles and even demolish those properties entirely. I heard a story of one man that owned a property in Maitama here in Abuja, but he failed to pay ground rent for several years, and the government decided to issue him a notice that they are going to revoke his property. And just imagine, the value of that property was valued around 5 billion naira. Now imagine you having that kind of investment in the heart of Abuja and having it revoked and demolished completely. It's a really sad one. So the essence of this video is to educate you and also inform you, if you are not aware, that it is time for you to go back and check your records, whether or not you have been remitting your ground rent to the government, so that you stay on the safer side. And secondly, you may ask, that is it everyone that is supposed to pay this ground rent? Now, like I said earlier, if you have bought a property and as far as you have processed your title document and the government have issued a C of O to you, there is a certificate of occupancy on that particular property, you are mandated to be paying the ground rent. Now, this ground rent is what I call the tax on property ownership. It's a tax actually that the government, you are paying to the government. Now, the government is going to generate revenue from this tax that you are paying for the property you are owning. So, like I said, we are all tenants to the federal government. So we are supposed to be remitting our rent to the federal government. So once the government have issued C of O to you on that property, or they have, even for the state, they have given you and the government consent you are supposed to be remitting your tax in form of ground rent on that property annually. One thing that determines the price, the amount you'll be paying for your ground rent is one, the location of that property. For instance, in Abuja, locations like Maitama, Asokoro, they pay higher ground rent compared to other developing locations like them, Kuba. I mean, a location like Maitama, the ground rent in Maitama is higher than that of Kubwa. Now, also, another factor that determines the price for ground rent is the size of the land. You that is having a 500 square meter in, let's say, Maitama, and someone that is having a 900 square meter cannot be paying the same amount of ground rent. Of course, the person that has 900 square meter will be paying higher than you. But like I said, the price is not specific, right? And also, another factor is the land use. In this case, let's say residential. If it's a residential plot or a commercial property. So these are the major factors that determine the price for ground rent. Some people are not even aware that they are supposed to be paying this ground rent. Another instance is you might buy a property from somebody that has not paid ground rent for several years, and you, the person that bought, you will also continue in that pattern. Know that you are standing on a time bomb. You are sitting on a time bomb that can explode. The government can decide to wake up that, okay, because you have failed to remit your tax in form of ground rent, then your title document will be revoked and all your money will just be gone like that. So it is very important to pay attention to these days. As you are listening to, as you are watching this video, go back and check your records. If you have not been remitting your ground rent, then I strongly advise you to start doing so. Because paying off your ground rent will save you from a lot, from having your property revoked and having your property even demolished. If you have found this video valuable, all you need to do is to encourage us with a subscribe to this channel and equally turn on the notification bell so that each time we dish out value like this, you will get to be notified. And also, like this video so that it will reach out to many people as possible. And finally, if you have any question or contribution to today's conversation, ensure you leave it in the comment section. I remain your real estate broker, Alex Iwambe, right here in the city of Abuja. I'll see you in the next video.